We make ourselves free by the choices we make.
The accused is guilty of all charges, and he will hang for what he did.
You cannot ignore federal law!
I just did.
Debuting tomorrow night, the second season of Underground has more action, more heart-pumping and heart-stopping drama, and more moral muscle than its WGN America ratings record-breaking debut of last year. And the first season of the Misha Green and Joe Pawlowski created series about the Underground Railroad and the race to freedom wasn't exactly short on those admirable qualities to begin with. But what is evident in this March 8th launching 10-episode season, from what I've seen, is that having established their characters such as the plantation escaping Jurnee Smollett-Bell's Rosalie and Aldis Hodge's Noah, among others, and the ever-expanding range of Amira Vaughn as former top house slave and Rosalie's imperious mother Ernestine, the pre-Civil War set Underground has distinctly matured into a deeper narrative of the horror, systematic, personal and political, of American slavery, as well as the complexities of its main characters.
This plan of yours is dangerous.
Everything we do is dangerous.
Which Smollett-Bell and Hodges, plus Jessica DeGoe and Alano Miller now fully inhabit in that time of perpetual danger, abolitionists, shifting social winds, and the anxiety of desperate people in desperate straits, to put it mildly. As the finale of season 1 revealed, what the deeply researched Underground now also has is a real-life icon of the very best of America fighting the very worst of America, and Isha Hines as Harriet Tubman. The opening episodes of the new season are so thick with plot that to say much more is to edge too close to the tripwire of spoilers. But I have to say that when the Under the Dome alum shows up quickly right at the beginning of the new season, John Woo style, with a gun in one hand and an axe in the other to take down some slave trackers, you know the boss has arrived.
My arms are mighty tired, and I want to end this quick.
We got 3 runaways. You want to pay us for 1?
You ain't got nothing yet.
And again, with no spoilers, Hines is totally boss in her performance in the mainly Green and Pawlowski scripted season as the conductor who put so many en route to freedom. An achievement that resonates perhaps even more right now in our America as government agents snatch fathers off to deportation facilities just moments after they drop their children off at school. With on-screen additions of John Legend, briefly as Frederick Douglass, who actually is no longer with us despite what President Trump seems to think, but who did do some great work in his time. The show, which the Oscar winner EPs and handles the impressive contemporary music for, featuring the likes of Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, and himself among others, is in search of new horizons to travel to, and plants its OG disruptor flag confidently.
To be the most notorious slave catcher, one would think you'd have caught the most notorious runaway. Harriet Tubman.
Add to that the smart choices and other new additions of Sadie Sutton as PR-savvy slave trader Patty Cannon, who actually was a real person, Fargo alum and Emmy nominee Bokeem Woodbine as a skilled slave who seeks freedom of the mind and body, and Jessica Nicole as pistol-smart and wielding railway station master Georgia. And Underground Season 2 is an evolution that will reward old fans and hopefully attract new ones. If not in the least, and a lot of credit must go to Smollett-Bell and DeGoe, as well as Hines and the writers, for the strong and nuanced female lead characters that stake a claim on this landscape. Now let me warn you, and those who saw season 1 will know this too. The multi-episode Anthony Hemingway-helmed Underground is, like the terror it depicts, not pretty in many ways, even though it has obvious aesthetic strengths. And, caught between the bark and the tree of this time in our history, a terrible time. This season is full of life, but also bloody dashed hopes, death, and obviously not everyone making it, to either freedom or out alive. In that sense, even in this age of peak TV, Underground is a dangerous road, but with the show's second season, one that I strongly suggest you travel.